All right guys, and we are back. Like I mentioned in the last video, we did the majority of the interior cleaning on the Raptor. However, it's time to finally give it that final touch, that final wipe down, that final cherry on top. So we're gonna show you guys how to go ahead and deep clean those hard to reach nooks and crannies, give the Raptor the ultimate final wipe down, and get this Raptor ready to be delivered. All right guys, we're back. The interior is pretty much for the majority done, with the exception of these floor mats and just giving it those fine little details. But check out this floor mat, guys. Can we just take a little second here and admire just how huge this thing is? I mean, I don't even know how this thing fit in the back seat of this truck. So right off the bat, I want you guys to notice that there's a lot of loose dirt, a lot of debris, there's a lot of just kind of bunch of contaminants that are on this, and you know, it does have a lot of texture to it. So it's gonna be very hard for us to go ahead and give it a nice deep clean. But I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it right outside real quick and give it a light little rinse, kind of just like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Whenever you kind of give your car a little light pre-rinse before you start washing it, that's gonna knock off a lot of this loose dirt and debris, which isn't even pretty much embedded on the finish. So I'm gonna give this a light rinse outside, and I'm gonna bring it back inside and show you guys the process of cleaning this humongous floor mat. All right guys, so we just finished rinsing off this huge floor mat. Now it's time to clean it. The product that we're gonna be using is gonna be Matte Renew. Now Matte Renew, if you guys haven't seen it or heard about it, it's a cleaner and conditioner in one. So what that's gonna do is it's gonna go ahead and clean up a lot of this dirt, grime, embedded stuff that's on this floor mat, while also conditioning the floor mat itself. So if you have any kind of like faded, neglected floor mats, you can go ahead and clean them and bring them back to brand new condition with this product just here. So the way to use this is, now that we have that light rinse going on, we just want to spray a nice fine coat on the floor mat. And then I'm going to also spray onto my flag tip brush right here. I'm using the flag tip brush because I like how it's flexible, but it's also smooth. So it's definitely not going to scratch the kind of like sensitive finish of the floor mat, but it's also flexible enough for us to get into all these little grooves. So the way to use it is you just want to go ahead and agitate it, and you'll see that Matte Renew, it actually starts to foam up when you start agitating it with the brush. And this also, like I mentioned, conditions the floor mat. So not only do you do an amazing job at cleaning the floor mat, but you also do an amazing job at pretty much bringing it back to life. All right, so now that we finished brushing it, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out one more time just to give it a light rinse and rinse off the excess cleaner and the grime that's left on the floor mat, and I'll be back with you guys to dry it up. Alrighty guys, floor mat's clean. Now we're just gonna dry it up. We're just gonna be using a nice microfiber towel. Just gonna give it a light little wipe down. Like I mentioned, this is gonna go ahead and just wipe it down, clean it up. And the reason I like using Matte Renew on these rubber floor mats is because it brings out the original look of the floor mat. So I don't know if you guys can tell already, but as I'm wiping it down, it doesn't look all white, it doesn't look all chalky. I know there's still some water left in the kind of like little texture part to the area, but you can still see that the floor mat looks nice and clean and conditioned. All right guys, and there you guys have it. You guys checked out the floor mats. They look as good as new without any kind of oily feel to them. So if you guys pay attention, you see the floor mats, they're nice and clean, they're not dirty like they were, but it also restored the original look. Matte Renew is designed to restore the factory look of your vinyl and rubber floor mats. So check it out, it looks amazing, and now they're ready for us to put them back into the truck and finish up this full interior truck detail. All right guys, and that pretty much wraps it up for the interior. The only thing that we have left to do is cleaning the glass from the inside and then continuing with doing the door jambs. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, kind of keep it short for you guys. We're gonna clean up the glass using our streak-free glass cleaner, and then we're gonna show you guys how to do the final touches on the door jambs and how to clean them up. All right guys, so the final step in completing your interior detail is the details. So right here we have our door jambs. As you guys probably can see right here, you have a lot of dirt, dust, you even have a little spider web right there if you come in real close. You got a spider webs, a lot of dirt, grime, leftover water residue from when you wash the car. Now we can go ahead and clean these up. Now the exterior is fully dry and the interior is fully clean, now we can clean up these areas. The best way I like cleaning them is by using a waterless wash, such as Swift Wipe. Now, Swift Wipe works out great for conducting a waterless wash on the exterior vehicle. However, it's also great for using for your door jambs because it's safe on your paint, it's gonna clean it up, it's gonna leave a shine, and it's gonna leave a layer of protection. So this is very easy to use. One of the best ways to use it is spray directly onto your microfiber towel. And you can spray a light spray on the area that you're gonna be cleaning just to kind of maintain the overspray. Now, all you have to do is give it a light little wipe, and you can roll your towel as you wipe. I know it's kind of harder on these areas. It's not like a flat area, but just try to do your best to prevent scratching the surface, and rolling your wrist is a great way to minimize that. As you guys can see, all that dirt and grime, it's being removed very easily. It's not a hectic process. You see all that dirt and grime that was on there. And I'm gonna flip it to another side of my towel and just buff off this little excess of the dirt that's still remaining here. And then one thing I like to do afterwards is I grab myself a dry microfiber towel, a separate one. You can use the opposite side of the same towel that you're using, but I usually like to dedicate a separate towel just for picking up any residue. And that I'm gonna use to pick up any remaining product that's on there, any kind of leftover grime that I may have missed, and it's gonna buff in that sealant that Swift Wipe contains. And just like that, very easy, very quick, you get yourself some nice, clean and shiny door jambs, and they're protected as well. Now, these are one of the areas that you don't necessarily pay attention to, but you do pay attention to it when your car is nice and clean from the outside. You open up the door and that's the first thing that you see. So clean your door jambs, super quick, super easy, just using some Swift Wipe. Another common missed area is the actual door itself. So not even like the door jamb from the body of the vehicle, but the actual door as well. You miss a lot of this dirt and grime that lands in there. So these are one of the areas that you definitely do want to pay attention to. And it's the same process, just spray yourself a light little mist of product on there, and then just grab yourself a nice clean side of your microfiber towel and just buff off that grime that's on there. And that's gonna make a huge difference, especially if you're a professional detailer, or maybe you just, like paying attention to the details. This is the details that matter. These areas that are commonly missed, these are the biggest areas that you wanna go ahead and address. And it's not even like it's gonna cost you so much. It's very quick and easy to do. All you need is a quick detailer, a waterless wash, whichever product you like to go ahead and use to clean your paint, you can use that to go ahead and clean these door jambs. And just like that, check it out. It made a huge difference. It restored the nice, super high gloss look of this door jamb. Like I said, I know it's not a super crazy visible part of your vehicle whenever you're just driving around, but trust me, that passenger, that person that walks into your car and sees that on the door, it's not gonna look good. So you wanna make sure to pay attention to these details because that's the details that matter. All right guys, and there you guys have it. Just a full little interior detail on this Raptor. Like I mentioned, I know this car wasn't super filthy to begin with, but it did definitely need some love. So we give it some love. We cleaned all the door panels, the dashboards, we cleaned the seats, we cleaned the fabric, we cleaned the floor mats, we cleaned the door jambs, and we gave this truck the full shebang. If you guys like this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you guys like this series, make sure to comment down below so that we can do more series like this in the future. As always, my name is Joey. This is Chemical Guys Detail Garage, and I'll see you guys next time.